Hello, I will be instructing you today on the cleaning and disinfecting of your non-immersible tools and equipment. Your non-immersibles are defined as anything that cannot or should not be fully immersed into water or disinfectant, such as your electricals like this UV lamp here, or your shears. It can also be things like your clippers, as well as dryer chairs and shampoo bowls. Some of the items we will need for this procedure will be, we have some concentrated barbicide. Barbicide is an EPA registered disinfectant approved for salons. It is a tuberculocidal, a virucidal, bactericidal, and a virucidal. I think that's all of them. For concentrated barbicide, you want to make sure you're following the recommended mixing ratios according to the manufacturer's instructions. Here I have a 16-ounce water bottle. For this particular one, they recommend that you use 1 ounce for every 16 ounces of water. So we diluted the 1 ounce into the bottle of water. We've also taken and labeled the bottle barbicide so that you know what's in the contents. We have a cleaning agent here, paper towels, as well as barbicide in the form of wipes. Also, you want to make sure you have gloves. The manufacturer instructions also recommend that you put a barrier between you and this disinfectant. This disinfectant is very strong, like a pesticide, and is meant for non-porous surfaces. Our skin being porous needs to be protected. You also want to do this service in your designated dispensary area. You want to use a clean, disinfected surface, you want to use a clean, disinfected surface in the dispensary area. For things like your shampoo bowls and dryer chairs, obviously you can't drag those into the dispensary, so you're going to clean and disinfect those where they live. Okay? All right, so we're going to start with our UV lamp. We want to remember that we want to clean and disinfect our tools in between every single guest. So we are not spreading disease and infection amongst our clients, as well as protecting ourselves. So the first step of disinfection is you want to clean the surface and remove all dirt and debris from the item you've been using. So for electricals, you first want to make sure that you have removed the power, you removed it from its electrical source to avoid any type of electrocution. And when applying cleaning agents or disinfectants, you don't want to spray it directly onto the tool to avoid liquid seeping into areas that can cause electrocution later. So for the cleaning agent, I'm going to spray it directly into the paper towel, kind of soak up some of that moisture. And I'm going to wipe down the surface of the tool where both myself and my guests have made contact with it. I'm also going to go through and clean my cord. Reason being is this cord has been hanging on the floor, it's been kicked and bumped, and most people's instinct when putting away a small electrical is they will then take that cord and wrap it around their tool. And if you do that without cleaning it, after disinfecting it, you've just taken all the dirt and germs that you got on the floor and put it back on your item. So you want to make sure that you're disinfecting the cord as well. So again, cleaning is the first step. I'm going to discard my paper towel. Next, we're going to use our disinfection agent. I'm going to use the paper towels. If I were going to use the diluted barbicide, then again, I would spray it into a paper towel and wipe the surface down. Now, when using the disinfectant, again, you want to follow manufacturer instructions for contact. For barbicide, the manufacturer recommends that when making contact, that the surface has to be visibly wet for 2 minutes. You want to have a timer. You can either use your phone, if you have a timer in your dispensary that you use, to make sure that the surface stays visibly wet for 2 minutes. If it dries out before then, you want to get a second wipe and re-wipe it so that the disinfection can be effective. So again, I'm going to go through and wiping this down thoroughly with my barbicide wipe. I'm going to Again, wipe that cord down making sure I'm getting it very, very wet. Okay. So, and with the wipes, the barbicide does not have to be removed once dried. Dispose of that. Once you finish cleaning this item, it needs to be stored in a clean, dry area. So in a cabinet or something of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and set it aside. Next, we're going to disinfect our shears. So for this one, I'm not going to use a cleaning agent to disinfect. I'm going to simply use my barbicide wipes. So for instructions for your non-immersible tools, your smaller items like this, the barbicide does recommend that you can use this as both the cleaning as well as the disinfecting agent. So I will use my first barbicide wipe to go through and to remove the dirt and debris on my shears from my previous client. I want to make sure that I'm opening and closing the blade several times to make sure that all hair and buildup that could be in your shears is removed. I want to get into those finger holes very well. Now I'm not worried about the contact time of the surface staying wet during this time of the cleaning portion, simply because I'm simply cleaning during this time. So once I've done that, then I'm going to dispose of this barbicide wipe and get a second one, and this will be my disinfection time portion. Okay, so this is the wipe that I want to make sure that I have my timer set and that I'm making my tool very wet so that it can have that surface wetness for 2 minutes for proper disinfection. So I will leave those out and let them set for the 2 minutes to disinfect. Then discard my barbicide wipe. So with your shears, you do want to make sure that once your disinfection steps are completed, that you go back and oil them. Once you oil them, you want to have a clean, dry case for these that you're storing them away in. And you're done. So the same thing with like your dryer chairs and shampoo bowls. You want to be disinfecting and cleaning these between every single guest so that you're not passing on disease or infection to anyone else. It does take a bit of time, but it's better for you and your client at the end of the day. Thank you. Have a good day.